Hi. Okay, it's working. All right, sorry. We had some technical difficulties like a minute ago.
That's fair.
I had the wrong microphone selected. So, yeah, the E3 conferences are over, and we are here to talk about it. I'm Nathan.
I'm Adam.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Jake.
And I'm apparently a moron because I didn't realize what we were talking about a minute ago. About the whole Blades thing.
We need to start with EA.
Yay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
We need to go in order.
The Blades thing. Okay.
Otherwise, I won't stop talking about
All right,
Bethesda.
EA conference.
It happened.
we're done.
Yep. It's a thing that happened, yeah.
So
pretty
we
much the end
can
of it.
just talk about Anthem and that's it.
Well,
It looked awful.
Are we cool with that?
I was going to
Okay,
say,
that's
Sea of
extreme, I
Solitude
guess.
was interesting.
What was it?
Sea
What?
of Solitude?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna.
really-
Okay, that was
I was
good.
gonna.
Yeah.
I'll bite on that. That
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
It's very different. I'm pretty excited
It looks
for
like Black Flag, but a whole game.
it on a
Assassin's Creed
much
Black-
smaller boat, yes.
But yeah, like it looks like
No,
very
you're-
similar to
you're,
that.
Yeah.
You're talking about Skull and Bones. That's Black
Yes,
Flag.
that's the one.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
one.
I
Is
was.
that Ubisoft?
Yes, that's
Which one?
brand
Sea of
new.
Solitude was the one where she turns into a monster because she's lonely.
Oh, like
Yeah.
indie game. Yeah, that looks
yeah.
really good.
And like real life.
Damn.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm totally-
right?
yeah.
Like, I'm like people like they're mine.
And Unravel 2 looks really good because my wife and I would play that together. And it's couch co-op,
Yes.
which I'm really happy about.
I
We don't
like
have
seeing
enough of
more
that.
couch co-op.
So, yeah,
absolutely.
I'll totally bite
EA
on that.
hasn't given up on it yet.
I'm so sorry. I thought Sea of Solitude was the Black Sails Flag game.
No, that's
thing.
fine.
You know what I will say? 'Cause they've done it twice in a row now. Because last year with A Way Out, it's really nice whenever an indie developer gets up on stage and loves their thing so much that they're like just emotional on stage.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see. But that's besides the point.
She didn't drop as many F-bombs as that guy from The Way Out, though. I was a little disappointed. He was very vulgar on stage last year.
For sure.
But he was just very passionate. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they showed that. They showed FIFA, which I personally don't care about.
I was gonna say, yeah,
they had
that's a
Juju
sport.
Smith-Schuster from the Steelers up there. That was kind of neat. That dude seems really chill, really cool.
Anthem.
He met the guy from that beat Madden tournament.
Still nothing.
Thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We can
Anthem,
we can skip
they didn't show
Anthem.
anything new.
We can.
It was literally just them talking over like pre-recorded
What is it?
footage of like nothing.
Is it like Mass Effect and Dragon Age? Is that what it
No,
is?
it's a
No.
Destiny sequel.
It
It's a
looks like
Destiny,
Destiny,
it's
but like
like-
all open world-ish.
It's also the first of like 18 games that we're apparently getting February 2019, if you noticed that trend.
Yeah, February's
Holy
very
shit.
shut it
Everything is
off.
coming out in February.
I'm gonna be broke, man.
Assuming those
I'm
things
gonna
come
be
out in
like
February.
Very true.
Anthem probably will. I
Terry
can see that
Crews,
coming.
man.
Oh yeah,
I love
We'll get there.
Terry Crews.
I will say,
that was exciting.
Crackdown 3 still looks like it's playing on a souped-up PS2, though.
yeah,
Yeah, no comment.
we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
We'll get there.
I really enjoyed the depression in the audience whenever Command and Conquers was a mobile game, Command and Conquer.
People are so mad.
Yeah, it was just, it was palpable how upset everyone was getting by the second. It was,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Angry Joe put a video up, and he was just ragging on that pretty hard.
Angry
Actually,
And he has every right to it. It looked pretty awful.
On the list I have here with the little summary of each game, I like the first comment, which is just, Christ, EA, you already killed CNC, stop raping its corpse.
I mean, they are.
Dead horse.
And you know what? It's not that it's just a mobile game of Command and Conquer. It's a bad mobile game of Command and Conquer.
That makes all the difference.
Problem.
Yeah.
Like if it was just like a normal Command and Conquer game, or it was just like 1v1 or 2v2, something like that,
Damn
where
dog.
you are like building a base up and you are sending out troops and stuff like that. Maybe they sped up the production time or something, so it was like 15-minute matches instead of like the longer matches that most RTSs are. I'd be okay with that. But it's not that. It looks like that MOBA style thing that they did with Star Wars as well, which was awful. That game's terrible. Don't ever play that.
Never.
I don't. I think it was like Star Wars Arena or some crap like that. It's really
crap.
awful.
Never played.
Yeah. Don't play it. It's terrible. I downloaded it once, played for 5 minutes, and said
It's
it's
garbage.
crap.
Never played.
Speaking
It's
of Star
garbage.
Wars, Battlefront 2 is getting prequel trilogy characters.
I'm
little-
excited about Grievous.
Too
Yeah.
late.
It is
Oh, yeah.
Too little.
but I'm
way
excited for
too
it because
late,
I'm
man.
all Clone Wars like all the time.
So you're gonna get it.
Well, I have Battlefront.
I traded mine.
We got it on sale digital.
Yeah, and it's not
Oh, there you
worth
go.
Did you get it
Traded
for
in anymore.
$5?
It was something
Not that
super
cheap. Not that cheap.
If you didn't.
But I got to play as my favorite Disney princess
Right.
Right.
enough, so...
Oh, Kylo.
Kylo.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren.
He is
So-
the best
I was
Disney
gonna
princess.
say
She really
Ray,
is.
but she's a prince, not
She
a
is a
princess.
prince. Yes. She's the problem solver.
They also
the
got
prince
the
that
Last
rescues the
Jedi
princess.
outfit. Did you guys get the Last Jedi outfit?
For who?
Ray's got it going on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I still have to play this game. I still haven't
It
bought
looks
it yet.
amazing. I'll say that.
Oh,
It
it's-
looks great.
Incredibly pretty.
But
It's been how many months? I still don't know what I'm doing on that game.
Do they have Starship Battles in that yet? Like,
Did any of you
dedicated
guys
Starship Battles?
play-
Or is that still coming?
Part of the season pass, yeah.
Did any of you guys play the first EA Battlefront?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you play the Heroes versus Villains mode?
Nope.
That mode was probably worth the price tag
Okay.
because that was amazing. That mode. They fucked that in Battlefront 2.
Okay.
Like everything else?
In the first version of that, you know how you have the villains and you have the heroes? Well, the heroes had like the rebels. Mm-hmm. And then then the other side had the Empire, obviously. That evened it out.
They're
So like
fine.
even if you had like you had noob heroes, say on the hero side, and you had like pros on the villain side, that's what evened the game out. But now if you just have 4 shitty players against 4 good players, they're getting whipped immediately because there's they don't have that. And I think that's what really took away from that mode, and it really turned me off from the game almost entirely because that's why I played it. So
Yeah.
that was my
fair.
beef. That was my beef with it.
We now know that Respawn is making a Star Wars game as
Woot.
of 2 days ago.
Woot.
That was
It's
a
like
weird
it's a-
interview.
It was stupid.
It
It's
was
like,
really awkward.
Are we still allowed to do these games? I don't know. Let's announce it.
I'm serious.
They should have
in
had him
that-
on stage and had like a logo or something in the background
Right.
if they're going to announce that. Because that's kind of a big deal. The fact that Respawn, who made Titanfall 2, which I think is a fantastic game overall, like the multiplayer in that game, I still play it to this day. The campaign was fantastic. The
seriously
gameplay itself
think-
is really good.
They put him on the spot.
Yeah,
And
they
it's just
did.
Like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
walked
He was
down to the
not ready
audience,
for
he was
that.
there, and then it's like, hey, we know you haven't prepared anything for this at all, or any semblance of even concept art, but what you working on? And then they're like, we have a title. That's it.
And who knows if that's even going to be the final
Right.
title.
Yeah, because right now it's just called like Jedi something something.
Was it oh shoot, what was it? Like,
Star Wars Jedi, blah blah blah.
Yeah, it was like a weird title, like almost like The Last of the Jedi or something like
I was gonna
that.
say yes.
It's
Jedi,
not even
blah
on
blah
this
blah.
because it doesn't even have
Looks
a
too
title
much.
image.
Because
It looks too much like
mentioned it
Steam, Jake.
in
That
passing.
reminds me of Steam.
It-
Steam's gonna rob me
That's
blind.
the
I'm
amount
gonna
of
check
like
something.
attention
I
they
want to see if I
gave.
can find the title for that because it's a very like clunky title,
like that.
like the way they worded it.
I like that. I like it a lot.
Well, yeah, when you have to create a title on the spot, I mean, you
it's
get
called
one
Jedi,
shot. So.
how about you
Jedi
guys
Fallen
make the title?
Order,
Yeah.
but it should be Fallen Jedi Order
Order.
or something like that. Fallen Order, even.
Yeah.
It's called
Fallen Order would be good. I don't like
Yeah.
the pre.
Well, it's in
Title.
case you get confused that it wouldn't somehow be about the Jedi, you know.
Dark upcoming game that you play as a Jedi. That's very much.
I was gonna say because we haven't done that before.
Force Unleashed was really good.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
no,
one of
not
them.
dissing Force Unleashed, but it's
KOTOR
just
was
like
fantastic, both 1 and 2. If you want to go back and play those to hold yourself over, those are both very good RPGs, which I'm guessing this will be. I'm guessing this will be more like the Force Unleashed, but
Which
maybe
is
like
good.
open world or open galaxy, something like that, where you can travel between planets. That would be my guess, but who knows? Maybe it'll be very linear, like the Force Unleashed, and who knows? I mean, I like those games anyway, so whatever they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Respawn's
they're-
good.
Yeah,
The
they're good.
second one
dev.
was a little repetitive.
Yeah, second one wasn't nearly
Yeah.
as good.
Respawn's the only development team that they actually have left, so we'll hope something good comes out of it.
Yeah.
Pretty
it,
much, because Microsoft's poaching all of them up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did add a couple of developers.
yes, they did.
Which I'm sure we'll get to.
Aren't they next?
They are next.
Oh, they are
next.
next?
Microsoft.
Okay.
Yeah, because it
I
was
was wondering where
EA.
Ubisoft fit
It was
in
EA,
there.
then
Right at-
Microsoft, then Bethesda, then...
No,
No,
Microsoft,
Ubisoft
Bethesda,
was yesterday
Square Enix,
between-
then Ubisoft.
Okay. Okay,
Or-
so I got confused on
or
the
is
order.
it
I thought
Sony?
Ubisoft was
Sony, then Nintendo. Because my two heavy hitters are always at the end.
Okay.
Not this
Do
year.
we want to hop into Microsoft?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
they showed a lot. I'll give them
They
props.
showed a lot that wasn't Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is that they showed a lot that was multi-platform, and
They got a lot of world first stuff, and then their exclusives fell flat.
and even their exclusives are going to be on PC anyway. So
Yeah.
for people that don't want to buy an Xbox One or maybe prefer PC gaming in general, there's still no reason to buy an Xbox One.
And I just want to point out too, because we talked about Sea of Thieves, you know, and how it was a empty game, and then they're like, hey.
Oh wait, there was a game there?
Right. And then they were just sort of like, hey, we're gonna start giving you actual content, which I feel is stuff that it should have launched with. But they're like, if you just hold out with us, eventually we'll have some semblance of a game. It's coming.
They didn't even show what the content was.
No, not really.
That's worrying. Why would they not show what content they're coming out with? Why not talk about it?
Not only that, they just released Sea of Thieves to get in, like, N exclusive with Sony's, like,
and you can
hard
tell.
hitting this year.
Yeah, it's obvious. I mean, that game should have been pushed back at least another 6 months to, a year.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get all that content in and make sure that's a finished product when they release it.
And I believe they opened with Ori?
Again.
Yes, Ori 2.
Ori.
Which looks good.
It does. It does look really good.
Yep.
That's
First one was a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against the developers, but why isn't it done yet?
I don't know. Good question.
You were very aggressive on that question, like as if he had the answers for you.
Well,
Just saying.
Do you think it should have been out like this summer?
Not the person
Like,
to go to
it's
for this
coming out in a week or
Microsoft thing.
two,
I think
it's
you want to
still
take a
scheduled for
5 there,
2019.
buddy.
Right?
That late?
Isn't it?
I'll
Isn't it still
think-
scheduled for 2019?
2019.
Wow.
That is
Yeah.
absurd. They're coming out with Gears of War 5 in 2019.
That should
That
be
should
their
have been
big
out
game.
already. That should be out like this fall.
And that's a
or-
side-scroller. Yeah, it's pretty, but come on.
But they already had like a lot of the assets made from the first
exactly.
game.
It's a sequel.
It's a pretty game, but it looks very similar to the first.
Mm-hmm.
I think overall they had a pretty good conference. Not anywhere near the worst. I think there was a lot
No,
of
EA takes the cake.
really
on that
bad.
one.
They were
Yeah.
probably
conferences.
third.
I think, I agree with third. I think Nintendo's second to me. Sony to me didn't do enough for me. I like The Last of Us, but we'll get to Sony. I'm getting ahead of myself.
A
Yeah.
little bit. That's alright.
The
Microsoft to me did pretty well. I didn't expect them to even do this good.
You're just excited about Crackdown 3.
I'm very excited about Crackdown 3. I loved the Gears trailer. I thought the Gears trailer was very well put together. And I like that we're focusing on the Kate, the girl, which is what the story's actually about. It's about her. It's not about JD.
JD is garbage.
Boring ass Phoenix.
He sucks.
I like where they're going with the game. Yes, I disagree. I'm with you on the release date. It should be this year.
Yeah.
I am excited for it. Did you notice it's not called Gears of War 5? It's just Gears 5.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
they cut out of
Yeah.
War. About
It
it,
almost
it's just
seems like they're
Gears
trying to
5.
separate themselves from the original trilogy, but
I
why
think
do
they
that?
should-
They were so good.
I think they're trying to make their own thing, which you kind of got to respect. I guess if it's a new company, it's not Epic Games anymore.
But they're still using characters
Or what is
from
it?
that old series.
It was Epic Games.
It's
right?
Coalition, dude.
No, like the old developer.
Oh,
It
that's
was-
Epic, yeah.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
made
So
the
yeah.
first three.
Anyway,
And
Gears
then
of 5.
people
I'm
can cloud
I'm
make
excited
stuff
for it. I'll buy it because I like Gears. That's pretty much like
I mean,
Halo.
I
I'll
might
buy
dabble
Halo.
because
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a good female protagonist.
Yeah. Would if they would have made Gears of War 4 about her, it would have probably been good.
Yeah.
But they
made it
didn't.
about
She
JD.
was the secondary character, but it was about her.
I still
It's
feel
not
like
going to work any way you look at it.
Also, they're making another Halo. That is, I'm going to guess, just going to be something to catch up with Anthem and Destiny.
Yeah.
But
I
unfortunately,
don't think Anthem's going to be good.
I don't either.
and that was the big thing last
yeah.
year. Anthem was
Anthem
like
was
the
there.
takeaway from
But
the
they-
thing.
I
Show
like
anything for a game
that
that's
they're
coming out
making. See, I'm a Halo fan. I know nobody here really is a Halo
No,
fan
I'm a
anymore.
Halo fan. I played all of them.
I enjoy them, so I was excited when I saw the Halo trailer. I realized that that's probably not going to come out within the next year or maybe even 2.
We'll see gameplay
But-
next year, and at
Yeah.
the earliest, we'll get it late 2019.
Yeah, I think that'll be their winter game.
Yeah.
I like that they just showed Chief, and it's just Chief. It's not whatever his
Locke.
fucking name was from.
John Locke,
Yeah,
right?
Spartan Locke.
Spartan Locke?
Yeah, that's
John
his
Locke
name.
was from
He locks
Lost.
it down.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, fuck that. But we're never talking about Halo 5 again on this podcast. It's embarrassment. To like a heavy Halo fan that played it since its conception, that game was just an utter disappointment. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about Halo Infinite coming out. Crackdown 3, the trailer, I love the trailer, every single bit of it, because Terry Crews is amazing. He overhypes everything. I like that it's cel-shaded. I like that.
It lets them do more.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it lets them do a lot more. I mean, Crackdown to me, that's why I bought an Xbox One. That's why I wanted to buy one, and I hope now we're finally going to get it, because they've never had an actual release date for it before. It was always like, what, quarter 4 or
Right.
quarter 2 or quarter 3. So now we have an actual release date, and you've said there's a lot coming out in February 2019. There's a ton. There's a ton. It's chock full.
Yep.
I feel
of release dates,
to the point I feel it's too saturated.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's why some of it's going to get pushed back.
Right.
For sure.
Two times in a row, 2 years in a row, Sony has released a game early in the year. And it's proven that you can have a very successful launch early in the year if your game is good. So everyone's like, let's do it.
Right.
So we are getting, 3 games in November and 11 in February.
Well, that's kind of the problem, too.
And then you got Kingdom Hearts in January, right?
January
Yeah.
29th.
It might as well be February.
Everyone's just jumping ship. It's
Yeah.
like January 29th.
It might as well be February.
Exactly.
So you can really just chalk another one in there,
Yeah.
really.
Because, here it is. Actually, there's dates under a lot of these. Because we're getting Kingdom Hearts in January,
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 in January, Crackdown in February, Trials Rising in February, Anthem in February, Metro in February, Division in March.
Anthem's not going to hit. I'm calling it right
No.
now. That's getting pushed back.
You
to
have
March.
Anthem, Crackdown, Metro, and Division all
Yeah.
coming out within weeks of each other.
I think Anthem... I
Don't-
think EA is going to step back.
Yeah.
That's my prediction. I think EA will step back.
That would be an awesome game to release in summer.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
If they're pushing it for how much multiplayer it's going to be and play with your friends and all that shit, hit the summer
That's
lull.
great. Like
Maybe fall will be...
May release.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe fall is that chock full, though. Fall 2019, like fall, winter. Maybe that's going to be even more...
I see what I think
know.
is fall is going to get some really heavy hitters.
Yeah, that's why I'm feeling they're so like, okay, we got to make this early.
Because that's
In
going
the
to
year.
be Dying Light 2, Gears.
That is huge.
That game looks good.
That was what conference was that? Was that Microsoft? Mm-hmm. See,
Yeah.
they had Dying Light 2 there, which I can't wait for. That looks great. I love the first Dying Light. I want to know how everybody feels about there being a lot more human,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know how that's going to work completely, because you remember mostly it was just the dead in Dying Light. So I
It
don't
was
know
you
how
against the nighttime.
exactly. I don't know how that's going to play into this. Is there base building in this?
I don't know if you're doing it specifically
Yeah,
or
I
you.
think.
I think it's
think
just
you
your
just-
choices influence
Yeah.
of what happens. That's
Yeah.
what I got from the conference.
Are we done with Microsoft?
Well, I just want to say Microsoft flaunted a lot of money and showed nothing of their own, I would say.
Well, no, they had
Crackdown.
They had
Crackdown.
Crackdown, they had
Gears.
Halo, but
Sea of Thieves.
I don't count.
Oh
Sea
yeah,
of
that's
Thieves.
right. Sea of Thieves didn't come out yet.
It's still an early
It's
access.
still yeah.
I'm trying to be for the conference. I'm not trying to be against it. So that's why I didn't mention Sea of Thieves
Right.
in my spiel
But we
at
still got to
all.
mention it because it was still shown.
But
It's still a thing.
Microsoft overall, they had a really, really good conference. I just feel that when you peel back the things that are shared across platform, it then seems a little lackluster on what are you guys specifically doing.
See, I'll agree with you to a point where it's as far as this year, I don't feel that they would need that this year. Look how much stuff that's coming out this fall. You got Battlefield, Call of Duty, Red Dead, Fallout. What am I missing something?
But here's the thing: why would I buy it on that console this year?
Well, I'm just saying there's enough people that are going to buy both that they don't need to do that.
Are they though?
They must.
I'm not trying to be
because
I'm not trying
otherwise
to
you'd
confront you,
think
but
they
I'm
would
just
push
asking
something.
because, looking at sales, Sony's crushing them.
Right.
They also didn't have anything specific to do with these games either. It was just straight up he got up on stage and he was like, we have 10 games here that you're going to see first here.
Right.
And it's that's it. That's all you're getting from them. You're getting the fact that you're seeing
Yeah.
them
It's
earlier
not that
than
you
everyone
get
else.
Anything extra?
They're
from
not
them.
timed exclusives.
Right.
Because Tomb Raider was a flop whenever they did that. Tomb
You lost
Raider
money on
sold
that.
well,
Yeah.
but they spent so much money getting it a year in advance, it wasn't worth it.
Right.
And they did acquire 4 indie developers.
Yeah, they did acquire
Not so much
developers.
indie, but
developers.
No, the one's
we'll
not-
just say developers.
The one I'm not happy about.
Ninja.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm pissed about that.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't think Microsoft handles its studios well. They're right
well, I
behind
mean-
EA as in mishandling their studios.
The problem
In
is,
terms of that, though, then shouldn't somebody else bought the studios?
yeah,
Acquired the studios?
But
right?
if they made a very
Right.
competitive offer that they couldn't refuse, I can see why they would want to be acquired.
Well, that's what we talked about, right? Microsoft needs developers. They went
we
out
were
and got
right.
some
And we
developers.
called
So
it.
it's like,
I just wish that wasn't the one.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
like them and I like them being independent. That's just me personally.
I think the difference is Sony buys developers that need Sony.
Right.
Microsoft bought these because Microsoft needs them.
Yeah.
Like, Ninja
Yeah.
just came out with Senyu Sacrifice.
Yeah.
And it was like a AAA level, like, success.
Mm-hmm.
It was huge. How much money did Microsoft have to shell out? Because obviously, Ninja doesn't need them.
Right.
So Microsoft was just like, hey, you guys made a successful game. We'll give you whatever amount of money you want. Just come and make games just for Xbox. And that doesn't give them entirely creative freedom.
Yeah.
Whereas PlayStation acquired Kojima because he was kicked out of his own development studio and he was left to his
He
own
needed
devices.
somewhere
I
to go.
can't wait to
He
talk
needed
about that.
somewhere to go.
That's
Yeah.
So he went to PlayStation.
Boy, I don't
PlayStation's
know
like,
what the
you do
fuck
whatever
I'm
the hell you
looking
want
at there.
to.
They let him do what he wants. And that's what
Yeah.
I'm afraid of, is that Microsoft might rein them in, kind of like EA does, and says, nope, you're making this. And if
I
it
don't
flops,
think
it's your
anybody
fault.
could possibly be worse
Because
than
Microsoft
EA.
isn't
Is
helping
what
them.
their studios.
Microsoft
I mean,
owns them.
Correct.
Whereas
it's flop
Sony
after
sees
flop
it
after
more of
flop.
a like thing of like,
We'll give you money to make what you want,
yeah.
is what it sounds
We
like.
we
Yeah.
talked about last year with, I don't even know how anybody could possibly be worse than EA. I don't know what video game. We'll just like EA had probably the worst year I've seen out of any of them last
were
year.
bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at how many things flopped last year.
Last year was really bad though.
Mass Effect, they killed the franchise. It's dead. You can't even. You probably aren't even able to.
They killed
salvage it.
Visceral last
Plus,
year.
they single-handedly closed down every Star Wars IP they
Exactly.
had in development.
Closed it all down.
Closed Visceral.
That flopped. Complete flop.
Yeah.
How much worse can you get?
Oh, no, they managed to do it this conference.
I mean,
They showed
it's
nothing.
it's because they have nothing. They're like,
Right.
it's like,
They're not gonna
That's what I'm
save
saying.
themselves. They've dug themselves way too much.
they better
in a hole.
hope somebody buys them, like Sony or Microsoft.
It's gonna be
because
Microsoft.
It's going to be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
how do you save yourself?
Yeah.
We need somebody to save us, pretty much, and
Yeah.
And in terms of in the reverse, a company needs Microsoft, as you say, the other developers needed Sony.
Yeah.
They need Microsoft like they need Sony. In other words,
Or
Right?
would
Yeah.
EA
Right?
just
Yeah.
dissolve?
or
and then
EA
whatever
just dissolve.
happens.
Kind of like THQ. EA would dissolve and then up for grabs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good company.
And then they
that
could
would be nice.
eventually reform EA
Till, like, the last 2
as
years,
like a
and
new
Shut
publisher in the
down pretty much
future.
everything.
Well,
that
and then
was
I
a
would
good
bet,
company, though.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
kidding.
was.
Like, it made all the good.
I could see Activision taking
And
all of
Activision,
EA,
if they can
all
make
of
you
their
pay
IPs
for
and
every single
everything,
point in every game,
or
they would.
it would just pretty much
They
be
still make you
like,
pay for
The fire
zombie
sale.
attacks.
yeah,
from
like
World War.
we have these successful IPs up for grabs.
That's
who
10
wants
years
them
old.
for these development studios.
Which is what happened with THQ.
feel like we
They
should
were
mention that.
dissolved and
That's
they
just-
just said,
that's the rib.
whoever wants them,
That's
they have
a
to pay
rib.
our, pay off our debts.
Because then
So,
I'd
we're
be
selling
willing
it.
to bet like the only one Sony would really go after is Respawn.
Yep, that would be
Yeah.
the one.
I think that's the only one Sony
So
would
we-
go
And I could see
after.
Microsoft buying them instead, making a better offer.
Yeah, trying hard to
Yeah.
get them back and all that. But
So are we ready to hit Bethesda?
sure.
I like.
I mean,
Sure.
I feel like we've covered
Yeah.
everything we
Yeah.
can with
Hey, does that
Microsoft.
wrap it
I've
up
made
for
my
Microsoft?
point. You've made your point. You've made your point. You made your point.
I think so.
I think
looks
Crackdown
like-
3 looks good. I just don't know if it's going to blow the world away. Like
Everybody
maybe
thinks it is.
maybe it should, just because of how long it's been in development. You know, it's been in development for
Right.
6 years.
It's been a while.
I need Forza Horizon 4
It looks good.
in the worst way possible. This
Yep.
is the only.
Jake's got
this is
something
the
good to say
only
about
time.
Microsoft.
The first.
This is
It's
the
like
first
we're on
time.
total opposites. I defend Microsoft constantly. He always is
Bad.
the
Yeah,
opposite of me.
yeah.
But now it's like
And you know
Forza,
what? I'm having
um,
trouble defending Sony now. So this is weird.
this is
Anyways,
weird. Yeah.
Oh.
Forza Horizon 4. They went to Britain, and they put in seasons.
Yep.
I am freaking the fuck out.
So-
I'd
Yeah.
buy an Xbox if it wasn't for the fact that I'm going to buy it on my PC anyways.
Yeah.
Horizon 3 was an amazing game, by the way, if you haven't played it.
I
strongly
had
recommend
it, but then we sold our Xbox because we weren't playing it.
Okay.
But no, I'm going to get Forza Horizon
I don't
4
sell
on
that
my-
in my systems.
on my
I was
anymore,
like,
guys.
yeah,
I'm
3
day
is
one,
good.
probably.
Like, it's a fun
I
game.
don't.
Mhm.
I like
I
it
still
a
have
lot.
my Wii U.
Too excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Wii U still?
No, I just said I still have my Wii U.
Oh, me
Just
too.
wanted to put that up.
Skipping all the way to Nintendo?
yeah.
That was quick.
Bethesda.
So here's.
Bethesda.
Yeah.
This is. I think this is my best point on why Bethesda to me was the best conference. This might hurt you, Adam.
Uh-oh.
I've never played a Bethesda game. I legit have never actually played one.
You've dabbled in Skyrim for
A
30
half
minutes,
hour. Yeah,
like
that's
a half hour.
as far. There are more games I need from Bethesda after watching this conference than anybody else. I walked away needing Fallout 76.
But you haven't played the other ones.
I haven't.
So what intrigues you about this one? That maybe didn't pull you in from the others.
Also, for me, I didn't like the Fallouts.
Okay.
I need 76 tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, like
In the worst way possible.
I want to hear why.
I actually like the idea that it's going to be this like online multiplayer, which at first when they were talking about it, I was worried about it because I don't like being forced into it, but they reassured you can play solo. But I like the idea that you go around and you're making your own bases and then someone can come along and just tear it down, and it's a constant...
Put a nuke on it.
Or put a nuke on it.
Find the nuke codes.
It's a
I love that
constantly
shit.
changing and evolving environment that you're sitting in, so even for people who come in like late into the game, normally when you're late to the multiplayer party, you're behind and you're just gonna get wrecked.
Yeah.
And that doesn't feel like the case for this because everybody's a target. Everybody's vulnerable. Yeah, you can build a really nice pretty base and it can be gone like a second later.
Yeah.
And as Adam knows, I love Call of Duty Zombies, which you can almost argue is in the same line. You spend all this time building and creating and getting everything, ready to go, and then you're done. You're out of the game,
Plus, it's not entirely, you can't be PvP, but you could play PvE with people.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it a lot.
Yes.
Almost constantly.
I think that is a big thing for them. They need PvE in this, because if it was all PvP,
Yeah.
I would
I don't know
not
how
play
people would react to that. I agree. I needed that game like it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I will also say it was damn near the most professional, unveiling of the entire conference.
it. Yeah.
Because I'll say, Todd
format was
Howard,
perfect.
I'll tell you what, though, he needed to be, though.
yeah,
To get this idea across, which he's still
Yeah.
getting hate for, by the way, which I don't see why.
dude, Todd Howard walked out there.
Yeah.
He did the entire thing. I don't think he even used a fucking prompter.
Yeah, he did the
No,
entire
he did.
thing.
He was looking down.
Every once in a while, but it's different
very
from
seldom.
EA, where the guys walk up, hands crossed, stare at the ground,
Oh, yeah.
talk,
Yeah,
stare
they
at the
were-
ground,
yeah.
talk.
Mm-hmm.
He was walking between the
were bad.
sides,
Yeah.
all around, all that, and he was talking
He engaged
between
the audience.
cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
He
was
did a great job.
amazing.
When he's on stage, which from what I hear, he's not there very often.
He's
Yeah,
not.
Right.
Because apparently this was the first time in 3 years he's
Which
been
I'm like,
on
really?
stage
I
at
feel like
Bethesda.
he's there every year. But it's like,
They've had some dull years.
yeah, this is like their first year in a while that they've lit it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. But when you know he's on stage, something big's coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is which I don't want to say his nickname because he hates it. But he does.
Plus, he's getting way too self-aware with all the memes that he should
Oh
did
my!
the entire time.
Did you guys
Let me-
see that meme I tagged?
I
you in?
called it.
No, you did call it.
I called it Skyrim coming to your smart refrigerator.
Oh my
So-
god, that was so
I called it.
amazing how he was. In
I
on
love that it's a thing.
Yes.
goes-
I love that it's real.
Yes.
I love that I can play Skyrim on my Alexa that I don't even own.
Yes.
Here.
I'm so excited about that.
Amazon Echo.
Yep.
He's like,
Actually,
you have
when that
6
happened,
HP.
and
Drink health potion.
whenever they
The
started,
cheese. Eat all the
You need
cheese.
all the cheese. You
no,
have no
you
cheese
remember we're
left.
sitting there and watching it, and he starts talking to Alexa, and our Alexa heard it, and started being like, "I can't find that for you." And I'm like,
Alexa, shut up.
"Alexa, quiet."
Alexa, I'm gonna give you $20 to shut up. It's like,
Our poor Echo, though, that entire little
Yeah.
segment, she just could not figure out what we wanted from her. We didn't want anything from her.
he's like, it's okay, just
It just
For me, though,
oh, man.
Fallout 76 actually solves my 2 biggest gripes with the entire series. The aesthetic, because it looks fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks good.
And colorful. Which, that was my thing with Fallout 3. It was too drab.
Yep.
Fallout 4, kind of the same thing. Instead of gray.
New
Well, you
Vegas
can use mods.
is the one you're going to want to play that.
You can
The
mod
other
it
thing
out.
I don't like is...
I'm
mod
sorry.
it, though.
Did you hear the rebuttal, though?
What?
You can mod it to look pretty, though.
You can mod it though. You can mod it to look whatever
I
you
play
want.
on
You shouldn't have
PlayStation.
to.
But that's right. You can't do that on Sony.
I might get them on PC. Anyways, the other thing is, I didn't like how
You better
RPG
get that damn
they were.
supercomputer because that shit's
Because-
gonna be expensive to run.
Do you mean like with
Oh, yeah,
VATS?
he does.
Yes.
Okay.
With all the, I'm okay with certain RPG elements and all that, but I'd rather the guns have the RPG elements to them, kind of like in Destiny.
I will say Fallout 4 seems more like Call of Duty
It does.
than like a traditional Fallout game.
I think this is going to get even closer.
Oh yeah, for
Because
sure.
you can't VATS in this one if you're playing with people.
Because it's real
See,
time.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Some
Right.
people had a big problem with that, still have a big problem with that. I think they are overreacting and just want something to bitch about, but and just can't enjoy the good things.
People always want to bitch about stuff. It's the internet.
It's like, why do you go out of your way to hate something? You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
enjoy it, man. Just enjoy
I mean, I
it.
didn't play Fallout 4. The last thing I played was Fallout 3. So by all means, like, it's been a while since I've tried one, and
I
because
will
of
say the
76, I'm
story-
thinking about picking up 4 on sale.
I will say the story though, Jake. Fallout 4 doesn't have the strongest story. It's probably honestly the
no,
weak-
it's awful.
It's the weakest.
Let's just be
story.
honest.
Okay.
It's a bad
Fallout
story.
3 has the best story.
Yep.
Sometimes I
If
just
you
want
could-
something to do, though.
If you could meet in the
Then
middle,
Yeah.
if you could meet in the middle, it'd be great. Which Fallout 4's gameplay is great. Like
Yeah.
I've put hundreds of hours into it. Not even close to Skyrim, of course, but
Still
Fallout
really
4
good.
it is. I think Fallout 4 and Fallout 3. My God, I've probably put 3.
Fallout
or
4 has a lot of good
hours
side
into that
quests.
crap.
I'll give
Yeah,
it that.
Fallout 4 is
It's got
good
some
side
great
quests. That's where
side
they shine.
quests.
Not the main story, but
I didn't play the main story when I played. I just played side quests. I didn't care about the main story. It was
it's
bad.
very emotional though. The main story. There's some which if you haven't been spoiled by it already, but it's like the main story can get emotional at some point, which I know you're big on the story development like that from from the Sony games. So at some point you're going to be like, I'm invested in this. I need to finish this. So I want you to play it because I want you to tell me what you think when you get to that point.
I mean, I want to try them out, but 76 is like
76 has come like a
it's a thing I need. Like
Yeah.
now.
I know it's
Like
And the way he was so honest about it the whole time
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
completely sold me on it from the get go because he was up there and he was like straight up like, guys, we don't know if it's gonna work. We have no clue what we're doing.
yeah. He goes. That's
This
why
is-
they brought a beta.
Yep.
Yeah, this is totally new
the
to
break
us.
it early test.
Please
Yeah.
play it for
At least
us.
he's honest.
Yeah, I liked that he was honest because
He
no
should
one else
go,
is going to get up and
okay,
do that.
this could be
Right.
hammered shit when it comes out, and I'm not trying to lie to you. Pretty much is what he was
Yeah.
Sea of
saying. Like
Thieves.
this could be a broken mess. Like when it, which you know what, half of me thinks it will be. I'm like, you know what, this is probably not going
Bethesda
to be.
They have
doesn't-
time to fix it.
Yeah,
They
they
also
have
don't
time.
half-ass things that way.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's glitches in Bethesda and all that, but still, you get a solid game.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, they always deliver.
We get a complete game.
So even if the beta does suck,
Yeah.
they'll take all of it with a grain of salt and fix it for you.
I feel like I'm going to buy that on both of my consoles, PS4 and the Xbox One, just because
Yeah.
I'm going to do it on both. Both.
Doom.
Doom. I like Doom.
I'll buy Doom.
I
like-
I'm really
I
excited about
I
Doom.
like I like the Doom reboot in 2016.
Yeah.
I think that's the best first person shooter on the console
Yeah.
Or in general.
in
It's
general.
It was
really
it's just
seriously probably
I
the
can
best
go back and
first-person
play
It's so
it again, and I'm
satisfying.
like, this is the most satisfying shooter I've ever played.
Yep.
And they know that they struck gold with it because he got up on stage and he was like, hey guys, we're not messing with it. It works. It's good. We're just adding more.
Here's more
Yeah.
Doom. Enjoy.
Yeah.
It's like what
Sure.
the new God of War would be, just same engine. Yeah,
They don't have to touch anything about it. Just please give us more of the story.
is
Yeah.
it going to be in more hell or on Earth though? I think it's
guessing
hell,
hell.
on Earth. Hell
Yeah.
on Earth.
That's-
Yeah,
That's what he
I think
said.
so.
He went out of his way to say hell on earth.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, when's this game coming, guys? I want to play it. Probably.
Mhm.
They didn't give a date, did they?
No, I think it'll be next year.
They said they will have more on it at QuakeCon in August. So
Oh,
we might
okay.
get a release window in August.
Maybe
But probably 2019.
Yeah.
March, April, maybe.
February.
No, I hope
February.
not.
I'm already like I'm $200 and something in the hole already.
I'm just convinced everything February. If we don't know the date,
Next
February.
fall I'd be fine with.
Yeah,
That'd be a good release time
yeah.
for like August or something next
Yeah.
year.
Like I can imagine Gears coming in October.
What I also found
Oh,
interesting
yeah.
too is they've already said that it's going to come out on Switch. I don't know if that means it's going to launch with Switch.
So
I-
far, they haven't been launching.
See,
but
Right.
it would
See,
be
I
nice
wanna-
if they could.
Yeah.
See, I want to touch on that, but I don't know if I should touch on it here or Nintendo.
We'll get to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Well, just real quick,
Yeah, go ahead.
just this will take a second.
Yeah.
They need to be a lot better with that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I know it's not the most important thing in the world because the Switch is so hugely successful. They have to be better about getting their third-party stuff
It's-
out on time. They
it's-
have to be.
It's hard whenever
it's-
you own multiple consoles And if you want it for Switch over, say, PS4, but
for
it's
that-
out
for
on
that exact
PS4
reason.
And
months
if it looks better and
earlier.
plays better.
Right.
Like
I'm gonna get on that
Wolfenstein
system.
is coming out in June. It came out in November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Come
having
on,
that
guys.
problem with
Yeah.
Dark Souls Remastered.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that
pick
is a
up-
big problem.
I could probably pick up Dark Souls Remastered on sale for $30
Yeah.
whenever
By
the
the time
Switch
it
comes
comes
out for 60.
Oh, yeah.
But I finally hunted down the Amiibo pre-order, so one of us is getting this shit on Switch.
Oh, I know, I want it on Switch.
Just saying.
She's like, I'm getting this on the Switch. I don't know about what you're doing, but so Rage 2, meh.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't
it could
care.
be good.
Yeah, I don't care about that either. It's
I thought it looks better than I expected.
So far, all the trailers have been shit.
so. Can I talk
Really?
about?
The live action thing where it's
yeah.
just people beating up
Well,
on
Oh,
each
I
other.
don't care about that. I mean, you didn't
I
like
think-
the gameplay trailer?
You can touch on that because
Yeah.
I'm going to own the
Did you
thing
play the
right
first
after
Rage?
that.
You know
Oh, I
what?
know.
I will
I know.
pick
So-
up. No.
Well,
Okay.
I know he
I
wants
will
to talk
pick up
about
Rage
this.
2
so we'll
when it's
do
on
that,
sale
and then yep.
because apparently it uses damn near the same engine that Wolfenstein FPS does. No, Doom does.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
a lot like Doom, just
Yep,
with
it does.
superpowers. I'll play it for that.
Oh,
but on
that's
sale.
right. That's the trailer. I had trouble
We're still
watching.
talking about
Looks
Rage.
kind of Mad Maxy.
It
Oh.
felt.
Yeah,
The way they
I'm
cut
cool
it,
with
though,
that.
like the way
Right.
they
looks a
cut
lot
the
better
trailer
than first
together,
Rage.
Yes, it does.
Which
it
it made me
bombed.
rage.
first Rage bombed. It did.
I like the gameplay, but the story.
Yeah,
You
it's
proud of
everything
that?
else was horrible though.
And the ending was the
yeah,
worst.
Well,
yeah, it
you
was
want
garbage.
that,
Yeah.
Elevator. Ugh.
and then
It was something they were talking about. They were talking about making a game like fully VR.
Oh, they talked about Scrolls or Legends,
Was it?
right?
What was the Wolfenstein?
Wolfenstein Youngblood.
is getting
It's
a
co-op.
VR episode.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It'll
I do
be
like
co-op.
that Bethesda's
Yep,
so
co-op. I like
dedicated
that.
to
So it's
VR.
Prey. Prey is
Prey.
getting a completely
I still need to play Prey.
VR.
Still
I have
play it.
it.
Apparently,
Still
that's a
play that
cult
too.
hit or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
I'm like,
technically
really?
wasn't a success. It was good enough that it covered its bases.
Yeah.
But like
See, I
people were
played
apparently
it.
still playing it. Like crazy.
I'm like, yeah, I
Really?
tried it. I'm like, maybe this probably isn't my thing. But then I'm thinking, man, this looks so much like BioShock.
Yeah.
Like,
it's kind of like
but
it's
it's
like
not
a-
BioShock.
it's like a Souls game. Like the old Souls games, like Dark Souls 2 when it came out.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Like
okay, Souls.
it sold well,
abbreviating.
but people were still playing it.
Yeah.
Like the people that did buy it and loved it only played Souls.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
They have a survival mode coming out for it, which is interesting.
Prey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of neat things coming out that I think are all free.
Do you
they
want
say.
to touch on
I think they're
Blades?
paid.
Since
Because
Do you
you're
wanna-
killing
what's
him
there?
with waiting.
yeah,
I
you're
know.
killing me with waiting for this, Jake. You know
They
what I want
had
to talk
a very
about.
small
We need to
snippet
get
We have to talk about the pre-order.
of
No.
Starfield.
We need to get to this thing.
Okay, no,
feel
we'll talk
like
about
I
we'll
feel
talk
like-
about Starfield
I
and
feel
6
like
at the end.
I feel
okay,
like I'm
yeah,
owed
Blades.
this.
Blades.
Blades.
Go quick.
Sold.
it's like go
It's
as
free,
fast
isn't
as
it?
you can.
Isn't it
Yeah.
like a
It's gonna
free
be
game?
free.
Yeah.
If it's all aesthetic, or I don't give a shit. Just I'll pay for it.
Looks
I don't
like
care.
Oblivion.
It looks great.
Yep.
I pre-registered for it after they said you could pre-register now. Like while they were still talking
You're
about
just-
it, I was
you're
like,
like-
just like I had to
you're
make
like,
I had to make a Bethesda Net account. I was making
That's
a Bethesda
funny.
Net account while he was talking about
You know
Blades.
what I'm gonna do?
I would have
right
to like
now.
catch his attention and be like, "Are you? Do you see this?"
I did it on my
He's
phone
like, busy.
already. I already pre-ordered it. Just 'cause
busy.
I can.
Downloading. I'm pre-registering so I can get the helmet and the little sword.
Yes,
It's like-
all of it.
Is that physical stuff or is it in-game?
I don't-
In-game.
I don't
It's in-game.
know.
I'm so
It's like-
stupid. I thought that was physical.
The picture is of
I
a
saw the-
physical shield.
I saw the
like, not
picture and
shield,
I'm like,
sorry,
oh, am I going to get
That's
this sent
why
to
I'm
my
like,
house?
wait, did they send us this in the
Yes,
mail?
That's what I was asking
What?
you about it. I was like, did they send that? Like, is that real? Okay.
It's like, what the hell?
It's still
I
free.
thought that was a real thing.
Also, it looks better than Skyrim does.
Yeah,
Ouch.
It does. It really
Burn.
does. Even Skyrim's.
I'll agree
But
with
it's
you.
true.
Base game.
Well, Skyrim's
it
a
does.
6 or 7-year-old game
It's
now.
an 8-year-old
base.
game.
No, that's
base.
it,
I agree
yeah.
with you. The base game looks
It's
better
not
than the base game.
It's not Skyrim's fault that it looks better. Like that Blades looks better. It's not.
Yeah, it's like it's 8 years old and they're
Right.
porting it to everything. 'Cause They
Right.
have nothing else.
Yeah.
I think it's two different. Yes, Skyrim Special Edition looks very good. It's very crisp in some places. It even got more.
I play it
colorful
on
and
the
better
Xbox
textures.
One and it looks beautiful. Like, of course, I have the
It-
patch.
yeah,
I
it
have the
looks
Skyrim
really nice.
overhaul
The
patch.
mods.
Oh my god, the mods! I love that game.
But I will say,
I can
Blades
just fool around and do
looks
nothing on
better
that for
because
hours.
it's busier. Like you can only.
I'll
buff-
agree with you that it looks better than Elder Scrolls Online. That's where I will.
Wow.
That's where I'll agree with you.
You
on
can
that.
only buff textures so much on a game to make it look good. Whereas
Yeah, but mine's like on steroids though. It looked like I'll show you. Like if I show you, you're gonna agree with me. I swear. I'm not bullshitting you.
I play it on.
I need to pull
play
the
it
ESO
on
after this and show
Switch,
you what it
thank
looks
you.
like. So
I'm gonna put it of an Xbox controller in his hands. He's gonna go. He's just gonna like drop it.
Xbox controller in Jake's hands? Oh no, they might melt.
They might.
I
They
have
really
one for my
might.
PC.
Yeah. Oh, that is true.
Thank you.
Okay.
But anyway,
You
Blade.
got me on
I'm
that.
excited for Blades. Mm-hmm. I will.
They also said
pre-register.
they're going to try and put it on every console imaginable.
Yep.
So Switch.
Yeah, I'll take it
So
on Switch.
NES?
That would be. I would
That
be
would
down
be-
for that.
2D.
Refrigerators?
I can't wait for Bethesda
Yes.
Net on smart refrigerators.
Amazon Echo.
But I'm
They
gonna
can bring
wait
back
till.
that on live service and put it on that too. You guys remember that? Where they used to try and do streaming and stuff?
Yeah.
Put it on that.
Yep.
Revive that.
I'm gonna buy a refrigerator whenever it comes bundled with Skyrim and Blades.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what else did they show?
They showed.
Adam?
Well,
Starfield?
No.
they,
Oh,
You can get Starfield.
just real quick,
You can
because
just do
Starfield, they
Starfield.
said is coming out before yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before mine.
They showed us, I think, even a shorter clip of Starfield than yours
True.
on a technicality. It was very pretty, though.
Yeah.
Apparently Starfield is playable.
What?
Like,
There?
Yeah, it was playable there
Really?
for very select people, but apparently a huge chunk of the game is playable.
Wow.
I wonder
That's
why
what
they
they
didn't
said.
get more
Are
of a
they
trailer
almost
then.
done with
I
it?
think
Maybe they're
they're
just not
waiting.
ready.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fall of next year. Next E3, I could guarantee you we'll have a 30-minute segment on it.
Okay.
Let's not talk about 30-minute segments on one game yet.
It'll at least show us gameplay, though.
God.
Oh
Oh no.
lol.
Go ahead, Adam.
I've been waiting for this for 3
I'm
years.
surprised you're still alive. Because you promised
When
you'd
I
be
saw
dead.
this trailer, guys, I literally almost cried because of the pure emotion that
Just
I've
the
experienced. I was like, when I heard the music, the Elder Scrolls theme, I was like, oh my god. I need a minute. It's like,
It's okay.
Were you worried it was going to be ESO?
oh my god, if he would have played with me like that, I would have probably put a hole through my computer. So, because I was like,
At that point in the
it
conference,
just says Skyrim for like, by the way, fuck you
Coming to
guys.
ESO.
This is for me calling me Todd the God Howard. So fuck you guys. Here's another port of
at that
Skyrim.
point in the conference, though, I would have expected a troll like that. After
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that
Yes.
he got.
Yes.
Did you hear those people?
Yeah.
They did not stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
just like
That was the most active crowd I think I saw during the entire thing, and they were dead.
yeah.
Now,
during
here's the
initial,
thing.
like rock song.
it's not even remotely
Oh, that.
close
He tried to
from
bump
being
people
done.
up.
He did.
It's not remotely close from being done. But that's all they needed to show me
Right.
to get me
Well-
so completely hyped that I will buy it no matter what it's about.
Rachel had noticed he called it their next generation game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
it's
gonna be, it's
PS5
not going
or
to be on
whatever
this
it's called.
generation,
Yeah.
which makes me slightly sad. But at the same time, you know what? If Bethesda's proven to me anything with their games, why they take so long, they always deliver. Every time they deliver.
Although, why are they always so buggy?
Well, apparently
I think it
he
just
even
comes
addressed
with
that.
the-
He goes,
yeah.
apparently our games have bugs in it. Like I didn't know about that. He's like,
I think it just comes with the architecture
Except
almost.
for Doom. Doom didn't.
it's
really
like
have it.
making that
It's like Witcher
Yeah.
3 was buggy.
exactly.
I know it was.
Yeah,
But it's like
so-
making that
That's
type
it.
of
I
game
know.
that big, you're going to have bugs. It's
What?
just
No, I was going to say, Doom, I remember this because we were very careful. Doom did have a game-breaking bug
It did?
at launch.
Did.
Now,
Oh.
do you remember the one
Uh-huh.
boss? I can't...
Doom, or was it South Park?
It
South
was
Park
Doom.
had a game
South Park
break.
did
Doom.
too.
Because
Yeah.
you
South
went to go
Park did
fight
have
the
one.
guy who reminds me of, you remember, the big gray guy from Lilo and Stitch? It was a boss who looked somewhat similar to that.
Yeah.
There was the chance that whenever you would enter his fight, that he would just go static, and there was absolutely no way to
Oh,
leave, restart. You had to
no.
restart your entire game, delete your save file,
I
start
forgot
over.
about that.
So,
Oh boy.
that is bad.
yeah.
Oh, I will also say, Microsoft dropped a buzzword. They
Oh, they're talking about their new
They
console.
mentioned their next console.
Yep, they said they're working on it.
What is it? Did they?
They didn't say
Also-
a name.
Say
They
it.
just said,
I wanted
Oh.
to say, to go back,
It has a code name. Let me look it up.
if
Go ahead.
you I can't remember the or whoever was doing the presentation at Microsoft, but that guy is known for always wearing
Jeff Keighley.
Wearing, yeah.
wearing t-shirts
Like
with
the
the next
Okami.
if
Yep.
But his T-shirt was the charity they were like.
it had the
streaming
cherry
to.
on it, the charity on it, but it had a controller on it that I would kind of argue was not quite an Xbox One controller.
It looked like a 360 controller.
It did, mixed with an Xbox One controller, and then right above it, it had a +1, which to me would be Xbox 2.
Yeah. I could see
Just
that.
saying.
It's codenamed Scarlet.
So
Scarlet.
like 2020.
And it says early
Probably.
2020. It's
Yeah, people were
2020,
saying 2020.
which I could
I
see.
really think next E3 is the E3 of the next gen,
I-
like consoles.
Both are
And
gonna be
I'm
shown
scared
off.
because
I think it started here,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
then it's going to keep pushing.
But at least they
ahead.
told people ahead of time, like, hey,
they
Yeah.
just
This is
maybe
about
you
it.
shouldn't buy a Pro or an Xbox One.
Yeah,
Oops.
don't. Nope.
I don't think
do
Microsoft
that.
should have mentioned it because now Sony can catch up. Because if
Yeah.
anything, they should have got out ahead of Sony and released the Xbox 2 before Sony would have got the PS5 out.
Yeah.
Similar to the Xbox 360 and the PS3.
Yeah.
And what
Released a
happened with
couple years
PS4 and
early.
Xbox One? PS4 released a couple months early, no games on it, but still everyone had already adopted it,
Right.
Yeah, it was like
and it was cheaper, and it was
it was true.
It's a better system.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was
No,
better.
it-
But what did it? They
Capacity.
had like Ghosts. Wasn't Ghosts the first?
Yeah,
Okay,
Ghosts
yeah.
did come out.
Ghosts
Yeah,
and
Black Flag.
Black Flag.
Black Flag.
That game was great on the
That was the
PS4.
only
It's
game I
still
played
great.
for like
Wow.
4 months straight.
Oh, I love
The
that game.
first game that I remember like seeing an actual difference is Dying Light.
Everyone said that was one of
yeah.
the first like next gen
Then
games. that
Arkham
came out
Knight
on
blew
that
me away when it
generation.
came out, but like Dying Light at first when I saw it, I'm like, wow, this is
Black
this is
Flag
next
looked
gen.
amazing with like the water and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
the water
The
physics were
smoke
great.
coming out of the cannons when you shoot other ships.
But
I really
so,
like Black Flag.
do you think Elder Scrolls 6 is going to launch with the next gen, with the new Xbox and the PS?
I think it'll be a year
PlayStation?
late, maybe. Because
I can
See,
see
I don't
that
know
fall.
though. Like, wouldn't you?
No, I would see the same year, maybe not the same quarter
Yeah.
as the launch, but
So like fall.
I could see a port
Like
of
November.
Starfield.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
like
gonna.
an upgrade.
Oh, it'll
On
have
it.
ports. It'll have
Yeah.
ports. Trust me.
But, like,
if this
we'll get-
generation has proven anything,
Oh god, yeah.
We'll get Starfield a year and a half before the next gen comes out.
Yeah.
Next gen comes out, they'll say we're porting Starfield to this, the E3 directly after. It's coming out like 2 months from now.
Yeah.
So Starfield will come out like a year and a half afterwards for the next consoles.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then Elder Scrolls 6 will probably come out the year after that. So I would say maybe 2022.
That's too far.
I think it's
So
early.
That's too far.
But
Man.
why would they announce it 4 years ahead
Yeah,
of
they
time
wouldn't.
now?
It's
They
not
wouldn't do
playable
that.
yet.
I know, but I'm just saying, like
They
that
said
seems
that
way
it
too
may
far
take
ahead.
place in Morrowind, like High Rock.
Oh.
People are saying High Rock, which is in Morrowind. So it's like,
They also said they were switching it up and showing a game very early into its development cycle, though.
Which would be that one.
Yeah.
see, I think they should go back to Cyrodiil.
Yeah.
To me, like seeing Cyrodiil and the new engine instead of Oblivion's engine would be fantastic.
Well, you could do more in a different time period, and it'd look completely different.
True, but I think it's they're going to
With
continue
how big
with it.
Fallout 76 is, why won't they do two? Like, two continents. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't there something they were talking about? It was possibly doing another continent?
Sure.
Okay.
They just said it's going to be a lot bigger in Fallout 4. That's all I got from him on Fallout 76.
Well, then,
being
even
that
still,
big.
wasn't Fallout 4 bigger than Skyrim?
No, I don't know.
No,
I don't
think
think
Skyrim
so.
was bigger.
Skyrim,
serious, I
yeah,
think it is.
Skyrim's bigger.
4 was not that big of a game.
Well, then, in comparison, we'll look at Witcher 3. Witcher 3's map is double the size of Skyrim.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So even if they stuck to continent-like scale, why couldn't they just fit two continents into one Elder Scrolls
They
game?
could.
Oh, I'm not saying they can't. I mean, if it's on the new generation,
Because
why the
everyone
hell
said it would
can't they
be
do that?
the Red Guards.
Yeah, the Red
I
Guards.
don't know where they're from, but...
Aren't they Imperial? No.
I can't remember.
I forget. I don't remember. Was that it from Bethesda? Did we want to move on?
That was the last big one. was
I'm
the
gonna
Elder
I'm
Scrolls
gonna
6.
pre-order that the first second it becomes available.
Yeah.
First second.
50 minutes in. We're getting there.
So,
well, don't worry, we can fit in Square Enix.
Do we?
Oh, I
They had a
I'll let,
conference.
I'll let you do the whole.
These
Square
next
Enix.
ones might not take as long.
Yeah. I'm gonna take
Is-
a
is Square Enix?
siesta.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm going
On
to
this-
kick back and relax.
On
You guys.
this one.
That's
Yeah.
right. Oh my
Have
god.
at it.
Okay,
You talk your Kingdom Hearts.
you can say that one.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm gonna.
Huh? You?
You can say that one.
I will say when we get to Sony, I do want the floor for a couple minutes for Resident Evil. That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
that I ask.
You have it.
That's my.
Oh,
It's
I
been
need
granted.
the floor for Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh my
yeah.
god, that's
Dude.
gonna be
Do I get The Last of Us
good.
then? Is that how? Which is
no.
you get Spider-Man. You didn't speak up fast enough.
Yes, that's
Okay.
what I wanted.
Are we doing
No, you already
Square
claimed
Enix
it.
next?
Yeah, we're doing Square Enix
All
now.
right. You guys can. I have. Well, the reason why I say that is because I literally have nothing to add on.
I
Square
got to
Enix.
say good night.
I got nothing on Square Enix
Well-
other than Kingdom Hearts.
Do we do this?
That's it. That's all I got on that.
Are you a Heartless? Is that why you don't want to talk
Hey,
about it?
he has never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
I have not ever played a Kingdom Hearts. Oh wait, no, I played
Jake's
Dream Drop
gonna-
Distance on 3DS. That's the only one I've ever
You
played.
poor man. Anyways, we'll play them. It's fine.
Here's the thing. I want to get the
kids.
edition that comes with everything.
I feel
Is that
bad
worth
for
it?
you because you have
$100
not-
and you'll have the entire thing. I
Yeah,
can
that's worth
guarantee
it.
you.
Okay.
You will get $1 per hour, even
Okay.
if you played them all on.
I don't even care about that. Like that doesn't. I
that's
don't
like-
judge games based on that. But like, if that's
Is
the
that
case,
going to be all
great.
physical or some digital and physical?
It should be physical, right?
I
know
don't.
that
We
they
don't know
said.
yet.
Yeah.
They cannot
See-
sell them digitally though.
Really?
Yeah, they can't because there's a conflict with the main theme song in them cannot be
That's right.
yeah.
cannot be sold digitally
Oh, wow.
via the singer's manager. He requires that they only be sold via vinyl or CD. Her songs have never hit a digital market yet.
Yep.
So, technically they cannot sell them
Can't wait to
digitally.
talk
They were
about
only able to sell 2.8 digitally because it was technically a remix of her original song. So,
That's overly complicated for
I'm-
why it can't be sold digitally.
yeah, it's more complicated than the story of Kingdom Hearts is.
So I will touch on that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
But
Okay,
yeah, I think that's how I'll play it.
My body's ready.
it's worth it. Square Enix, Nier Automata is coming to Xbox One, and they're making like Game of the Year editions of them.
Woot!
Digital only.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah. The
Sorry.
Quiet Man. Which
Oh, that I cannot wait for. I'm so sorry to butt in.
I felt-
know I told you I was gonna nap. That looks awesome.
I fell asleep.
He's deaf.
I fell asleep
No,
during
he
that
legit.
trailer.
I had to wake him up. He fell asleep during.
Was
I
it so
felt-
quiet? Was it because the man was quiet?
I didn't give a shit. I just did not give a
Oh,
shit.
I
I,
didn't
fell
look
asleep.
great.
I didn't like the live action mix with
No, I don't like
the-
that either.
I didn't like that
But
at
it reminds
all.
me of Daredevil.
Okay.
And kind of badass. Alright, sorry.
We saw more of Octopath Traveler because apparently we haven't seen enough of it before it comes out.
It looks beautiful, but that's
Yeah.
besides the point.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, more of the same shit. We know about that already.
Babylon's Fall was
They should have put this in the in E3
Yep.
instead of it being just 20 seconds and then a title. It was a waste
yeah.
of
Because I
time.
turned to you and I was like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
And then I said, I don't know.
Yep. Oh, Dragon Quest. Which one is that?
11.
I want to love this game. I really do. I like the style. I like how the gameplay looks. I can't stand their voices. I can't.
Do
Yeah.
all Japanese.
No,
No.
There's one character they're very cliche anime voices.
Yes.
Really?
So there's one character that's obviously that big, strong gay guy. If you know what I'm talking about,
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
where he's got that high voice, oh hello, that type
But
of
he's
thing.
built like a wall, super buff.
Hate it.
Yep.
That's gonna piss me off playing that game.
So if I can turn off their
Mute.
voices,
Or just turn him to Japanese,
yeah,
even in the slightest.
even
What about just doing subtitles? and
that
muting it?
too.
Look at this. We have several games to show. Smash. And then it's like, smash.
That's it.
Smash.
The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit
Which we saw before this conference
at
happened.
Xbox. More Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Meh.
I've heard
Just-
that game's good.
Yeah, but it's like, don't you have to pay?
Yeah,
you have to
it's
pay,
fine.
and it's too much grind to get into it.
Yeah.
Just Cause 4, but it was already seen at Xbox.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3, which was seriously the exact same trailer, but with slightly different cutscenes in it.
Very, very
And no sound
slightly.
effects.
Nope, no sound effects.
Silly.
A cross between Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy XIV, and that's it.
Yep, that was their thing.
Cool. So,
That was it.
Sony.
Ubisoft. Ubisoft.
Ubi.
I actually didn't finish watching Ubisoft.
I
We had to
actually
leave.
didn't watch
You
it
didn't
all,
miss
so you
anything.
guys could actually enlighten me on that because I didn't watch the Ubisoft
I
at
saw a
all.
little bit of Odyssey, but that was it.
It wasn't bad, but it was kind of up there with EA for I just didn't care a whole lot. Division 2 was shown.
Yeah.
Looks just like the Division. I don't care. I played the Division. I wanted to like it. I didn't like it. They showed Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which looks amazing because you're a Spartan, and I'm all for that.
The only
Jake's
good thing
not.
I'll say about Odyssey is at least you can change your gender.
Well, and it seems like Origins a little bit, where
It looks a lot like Origins.
It looks almost too much like Origins, where
like
it's
it
like
should be a skin over Origins.
yeah, or like
Hey
yeah,
guys, maybe
I-
should have waited.
I also
yeah.
I watched some of the like after conference interviews that they had on Tuesday with the developers, and they were talking to the dev team of Odyssey, and I just found it really funny because they were like, yeah, so you said like last year that Origins was the origin of the Assassin's Creed story, but here we are going 300-400 years before that. What do you have
that
to
makes
say?
no sense.
What do you have to say about that? He just avoided the question like a pro.
Oh,
It was never fully addressed. He was just
they basically get paid to talk around things.
right. But he pretty
That's-
much took it as like, yes, we are 300 to 400 years before that, and started like talking more about
It's
you
like,
know,
we
the
never
world.
expected
And I'm like,
you
that's-
guys to care
it's not
about
her
that.
question.
That's pretty much like what he was saying.
not her question.
The Division 2 kind of pissed me off because, like, and this is weird because it's almost hypocritical of, like, The Last of Us, but I feel like Ubisoft is trying to be too dark
Last of Us.
with their, like, IPs.
Oh, it was like super dark for the Division.
It was
2. It was like everyone's dead.
It was
It's
fucking
like, oh,
depressing
God.
because it's like, hey, there's a little girl with a paper airplane, and then it's just
Poor
depressing.
kid.
It starts with like
Poor
a
kid.
dying horse
I miss
walking
Cade.
around Manhattan. It's
sad.
like
I
emaciated,
love Cade.
Yes.
and I saw that and I was just like, that's
What
gross.
conference
Did
was
you think it
that?
was Tokyo Jungle 2?
I have
That
no
might
idea.
happen.
What was that?
You never
Wait,
know.
really? I'm joking.
Hey,
about
what
that.
what conference was the Destiny 2 expansion in?
Sony.
Sony?
It
Yeah,
was?
Sony got
Yeah.
the trailer.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I'm real switched
That was
around by
weird.
that.
That's one of the games they showed.
Which, by the way, I have
I found
something
that
to say
oddly
about that.
strange.
Anyways,
Did you...
I mean, oh, we're forgetting the big game Ubisoft
it?
unveiled.
Crew 2?
Just Dance 2019.
Oh, hey!
I felt so bad because whenever it was starting, like it was seriously counting down, I was like, I can't wait to see what song they dance to in Just Dance. And it started with that. I felt so bad because I was just like, if I just would have kept my mouth shut, maybe this would have been the year we would have went without a montage. Maybe.
You were wrong.
I don't know why they make those games.
They sell like
I don't
crazy.
know how.
Because
They're not...
Kids, I guess.
Go ahead.
all people that aren't actually into video games, but buy consoles for those games.
Back when
I
I still
guess.
worked at retail, I sold Just Dance with probably 30% of Switches. And that's insane.
That's something that shouldn't happen. We saw Skull and Bones, which
Yep.
That pisses
That looks
me off.
good. Why?
I think it looks really good.
I don't know. I'm just...
He's
yeah.
upset
I
you
think it
can't
looks
get off the
fantastic.
ship.
Yeah, that would...
Okay, that's annoying, but
Yeah.
I do like the combat. I think it looks very interesting.
No,
and
the combat's nice because Black Flag was really good.
yes,
Problem is, I want a fucking pirate simulator, and then they're just like, hey, we're gonna make a PvP-oriented battleships game.
oh wait, it's PvP. It's not PvE.
It is.
I'm
like,
out. I'm out.
It's weird. It's like there will be fodder that you can take down. Mm-hmm. But if you join games with other people, it's every person for themselves.
Nope. Done.
The example, yeah, that they gave was...
Sorry.
Oh, no, but, like, yeah, the example they gave was, like, there was an NPC warship from, like, Britain or something to that effect coming after you because you had just taken down one of their smaller ships.
Oh, okay.
You not wanting to lose
So
your
that's
loot.
interesting.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so you wanting to protect your loot and, take them down because they clearly have loot because they were massive. You were able to call in help from other players who could then join your team. And they showed, like, 4 ships, all,
Take
player...
down the massive war galleon.
all player controlled, and as soon as the warship went down, it was a massacre among those 4 ships left because they wanted to claim it. So
Because it's just like, the guy even said like, so you just defeated the war galleon and you all get a like cut of the loot and all that. But there's no honor among thieves, and then they all just start blasting each other, like just in the open water there, and I'm just like, see, that's bullshit.
Yep.
That's stupid.
Then what's the point of working together? We're just gonna blow each other up afterwards.
Yeah.
I guess it's just to have the chance of one of the 4 of you to get that. Because they specifically said with that warship that just one player taking it on wouldn't work.
It just seems
I'm
too
gonna go play Black
frustrating.
Flag now.
It seems too frustrating.
Yeah. Oh, did anyone here play the Rogue Remastered? Assassin's Creed Rogue?
No.
On the new
I
consoles?
heard the port was bad.
Really?
That's what I heard. I
Sucks,
can't
'cause
remember
I really
though.
want to play that. I'm so tempted to buy it digitally.
Because I did want to
That's
play
all
it
like
too,
that.
because it seemed interesting.
Xbox gave away Syndicate like 2 months ago. I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
played it yet, so
Okay.
I don't
That's
know
good.
what
I think you'll like it.
maybe.
I'm excited to see more from Transference, but I love VR games. That was the one where
Yeah.
Elijah Wood came out.
Oh yeah,
We had a lot of celebrities there this
I
year.
like
He
him.
did. Elijah Wood's wonderful.
He's
so
very charismatic.
that alone was like, I'll buy your game.
You voiced Spyro in the first Spyro game. I like you.
I loved him in the Harry Potter.
Oh, you're good.
Wait, what? Is that a joke?
Yes.
Yeah, that is
Okay. I was gonna say, who was he in
Please.
Harry Potter?
Please.
He wasn't Harry.
Beyond Good and Evil though. I was there.
He plays.
What is
was.
this game?
It's apparently going to be fucking gigantic.
He plays Bobbit the Hobbit.
What do you do? There's a fucking talking monkey, talking pig. Fucking what's going on?
Well, what's really
Jade's in it. My head hurts.
That's just the.
And it's a prequel. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't like the prequel thing.
Beyond Good and
like
Evil.
it's great.
How is
for,
that possible?
Exactly. I
know,
never
I'm in
like
the
a prequel
minority, I
because
guess.
it's
No.
like
Like-
we already know what's going to happen. So
Yeah.
what's the point?
I don't care.
Well,
Pretty
since
looking.
Assassin's
Oh, it's
Creed
pretty.
that I'm
I'm just
okay
saying,
with
I
it.
probably won't buy it.
Because those
Yeah.
don't need to make sense.
But like Beyond Good and Evil looks really neat.
Yeah.
I'd probably play it.
Can I see more gameplay though, instead of them just flying around in a jetpack and
Yeah.
in a city?
I'm also interested in seeing, like, for how graphically enhanced it looks in these trailers. You know that's not what we're getting on the PS4.
Nope.
I remember I saw a snippet of gameplay over like them talking about it after the fact,
Yep.
and it didn't look that good
Nope.
And I think
because
that'll
they're all
lose a lot of
CGI
appeal.
cutscenes.
They're gonna pull
Yeah.
Watch Dogs.
An hour.
What? Yeah, we're okay. What? No, we're fine.
I mean, we do have Sony to get through,
I was gonna
and
say
Nintendo.
Sony and Nintendo.
All
This
right.
is a
Do
good
we
stopping
want to?
point.
Do we want to do a part 2?
Probably should.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's what I'm, that's what
All
I'm
right.
saying. Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap it up here, and then we'll get to
Don't
part
want to
2.
get it cut.
So that was EA,
Microsoft.
and then we went to Microsoft,
Bethesda.
and then Bethesda,
Bethesda.
and then Ubi.
Square Enix. And
Square
Ubisoft.
Enix.
Square and
because that
Ubi.
did happen. They
Well, I
were
forgot
there.
about that. Okay.
It's easy to. It's easy to when nothing was there.
Squares was very disappointing. I will
Yep.
say I was expecting more.
It was the most disappointing out of all of them.
We-
Yeah, it's not the worst. It was just disappointing. You know.
There's
Like,
not-
Oh,
nothing there.
even
Yeah.
as massive Kingdom Hearts fans, it was disappointing.
I was wondering how you guys. You know what? That's what I wanted to know was how you guys reacted to that because the whole time I was watching, I'm like, what are Jake and Rachel gonna say?
E3 for Kingdom Hearts was disappointing until PlayStation.
Okay.
Well,
which we'll pick up in the next part.
Not quite, because I'm just going to point out real quick, Microsoft did give us a new world. It just wasn't a world you and I particularly were dying for. Frozen.
Oh, that's right.
We did not have confirmation of Frozen. It was really theorized, and everybody
be
was like,
fair-
"You're gonna get Frozen," and we were like,
You
"Okay."
get Frozen.
To be fair, though, it was leaked a couple months ago. So it wasn't a
It
surprise.
wasn't confirmed.
It just
It wasn't
yeah.
confirmed.
Yeah.
The surprise was Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, we'll cover that in the next one. So we'll leave it off at that, and hopefully everybody joins us for part
Oh, you're
2. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in part 2. Bye.